Hey guys, so Jaguar put Kingpin up to call in Goomba so she can get on the phone with Goomba because she can't call him directly anymore because he blocked her. And I don't know why Kingpin would do such a thing. Why would he call another man to put the wife on the phone when he knows the wife is blocked? At that point, to me, it's harassment. Because if I block my husband and some other woman is with him and she calls me and then put him on the phone, although I blocked him, to me it's harassment. And I'm taking that to the police department and tell them that this person have been harassing me constantly. I'm going to write down the dates. I'm going to write down the time. And I think after a certain amount of time and a certain amount of phone calls within a certain amount of time frame, it's considered harassment. And as much as Jaguar keeps calling Goomba, I would have, if I was him, I would have taken that information down to the police department and filed that I'm being harassed by my wife. Although we separated, I asked her not to call me, but she keeps calling and harassing me. I even put a block on my phone, block her number, and she's calling me through third parties. All the conversations I would record and take it down there, file a report, just so it can be on file, and then take out a restraining order. Anyway, getting back to Goomba and this dynamic with Kingpin and Jaguar. Now, Jaguar is with Kingpin, and Kingpin is quiet after he made a phone call because, he's team Jaguar because she's putting money in his pocket indirectly because every time he brings her on his show, he gets the biggest ratings and he gets the big audience and thousands of people tune in just to hear her foolery. And so that's money in his pocket, so he's not going to let that go. So he is cozying up to her, and he's really silent in a lot of the negative things that she's doing. He doesn't call her out on it. So this is the beginning of the interaction. Kingpin calls Goomba. Goomba picks up. He says hello. Kingpin told him, your wife wants to talk to you. Now here is the interaction.
Hello? What's up? Nothing. Your wife wants to talk to you. Alright, whatever.
Gerald,
What?
how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm doing very well.
Nikki taking care of you?
Yup.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. I heard about...
Now, ladies, we know the code right away. Whenever a woman talks to a man she's no longer sleeping with, he's supposed to be the ex or they're separated, and she says, is that other woman taking care of you? What does that mean? That means that she still cares and she's going to do her best. Take this opportunity to put her digs in, to let that man know that that woman is trash, he ain't shit, and she is going to go for the juggler. That's exactly what happened because she figured she can't get him because he's with another woman now. He's back to the other woman that he had left for her. So Nikki, I believe they call her Dominique also, she is with Gerald, but she has been part of his life in the past. And Jaguar knows about her, and she's a threat because Goomba really cares about this Nikki. And so it's really unsettling to Jaguar. She can't stand the fact that Gerald is with this woman, so she's going to do her best to get her digs in. So this is what she says to Gerald. This is the interaction.
About that nasty ass spaghetti, how's your stomach doing?
Oh, my stomach is very good. You know what I'm saying? I cooked a hellified meal, you know what I'm saying? Oh.
So Gerald kind of walked into that one because she was waiting for an in, waiting for him to say something for her to start getting her digs in. And so when he said he cooked, she said, okay, so you cooked. She can't cook. Dominique or whatever her name is, Nikki can't cook. So that was her entry, her invite to come and now cuss both of them out. So it is starting right now.
Oh, you cook? Oh, you over there cooking? She ain't. I keep forgetting she a trifling bitch. You got to be over there to take care of the kids. I want to ask you something. Honey.
But we as women know if she did not care for him still, she wouldn't be concerned about the other woman, what he's doing with the other woman, if she's cooking for him, how he is eating. She wouldn't care what the other woman is doing, and she wouldn't care what Gerald is doing. But she's so preoccupied in their lives and what they're doing that tells me, it signals to me that she still loves him. She wants him to come back. And because he's not coming back, she's going to be bent on destroying him or making his life miserable the best she can. She's making him a project. Now, we as women know this is the nice nasty, okay? When you want to bring somebody down, you want to degrade them and demean them and cuss them out because they're not coming back to you, but you're going to be nice. You're going to say, honey, how you doing, honey? How is she treating you, honey? Before you really put that knife in and pour the salt in the wound. She's setting him up for the big cuss out, okay? That's why she's using honey to begin with, because it's a setup for what's to come. Because she can bear the fact that he's happy without her. There's nothing that will get to a woman more or a man when that other person leaves them and they are happy without you.
Don't call me honey, because ain't no honey here.
Oh, well, you're my husband.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. We are still legally married.
Now, this part is only messing with his mind because she knows that he hates the fact that she says, my husband. So what is she going to do? She's going to keep repeating my husband because she knows he doesn't like it. She's messing with his mind. She's digging it in. She's slowly creeping in for the kill.
Okay, for right now. But anyways,
I'm not giving you a divorce.
In terms of not giving him a divorce, he can get a divorce. Even if she don't want to grant it, he can get a divorce. He just got to get the right lawyer. So all that threat that she's making, he should just ignore it. And I don't know why he keeps picking up the phone. What he really should have done the minute Kingpin said your wife wants to talk to you, he should have hung up because he knows he's got her blocked. What's there to talk about? We've already talked about everything. You've cussed me out. I cussed you out. You made allegations that are not true. Some of them are true and some of them are not true. What's there to talk about? He should have hung up. The fact that he picked up the phone tells me dialogue. He wants to cuss her out further, tell her off further. He's not done cussing her out, just like how she's not done cussing him out. So it's a two-way street here. They both got more cussing to do. That's all this is. But on a little side note, it's really sad to see that Kingpin has reduced himself to this. You do not let somebody use you to get to their husband, to cuss their husband out. You're just being used as an intermediary. For what? So you want some views because you're grateful that this person is on your platform. They could have went elsewhere. She could have went on the Sean Davy Bay show, but Kingpin is so grateful that he's going to play what? This intermediary that's setting Goomba up to be cussed out, because that's pretty much what it is. He set Goomba up by calling him, then passing the phone to Jaguar by saying, your wife wants to talk to you, when he knows Goomba did not want to talk to that woman. You don't allow yourself to be used like that, not for any amount of money.
Okay, whatever.
We gonna stay married, honey.
So she threw that out there and then waited for him to respond. She just wanted to hear what he was going to say, but nothing has changed. She's always been saying she's not going to divorce him, and he's always said, whatever you say. But she just wants to torture him at this point. I'm not going to give you a divorce. So it's a slow building of the cussing out that is to come.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Now you over there with that nasty bitch.
Anyways.
And did you hear about?
So right here was blanked out because she called the person's name, but they didn't want to reveal it on the internet, so they blanked it out. And apparently this person is the person that Goomba always goes on his show. He throws him some money just to get the views and the ratings. Goomba would go on his show and then the guy would get the ratings. They did not call the name, however. They left that blank. Just like Jaguar is on the Kingpin show and he's getting the ratings and the views.
What about him?
Well, his channel's been striked, so he can't go live no more.
That's a lie, but anyways, what?
Actually, no, it's not. He got Kingpin. Will you tell him?
Whatever. Who cares? I don't care about that shit, Jackie.
I'm just saying, I know that's been your source of income.
There you go. Now it's building. Now she's going to tell him that his source of income has been cut off. And so we see how she's slowly stripping away at whatever confidence that he have, because he's confident, okay, if he goes on this person's show, he can get some dollars. So now she's telling him that person's show is shut down. So you cannot get any money from this person anymore. Now what you gonna do? You coming back to me, huh? You're gonna be out of money pretty soon. You wanna come back? You sure you don't wanna reconsider? And because he's so steadfast in his belief of why he left her and the fact that he's not going back to her, based on that, now she's got to push it a little further because she's gauging him at this point. If I tell you that your source of income have been cut off, let me see his reaction. And because he's not reacting the way she wants him to react, now she's got to push it a little further. She's got to really maybe stab that wound a little more and throw some salt in it. The pepper is going to come later, but right now she's throwing salt in the wound. Later on, she's going to throw the pepper, okay?
Hey, lying for $10 a pop. Well, I mean, that's where you've been. You got all of these videos using my name. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, you know the boy said you gave him the sex tape.
Okay, so that's an intro now to the sex tape that she wants to tell him about. But she wants to put a twist in it to make it seem as though Goomba is gay. And this guy that she's talking about told whoever that he saw Goomba's penis. Well, if Goomba show his penis, that's insinuating that he's gay. But we know Jaguar is lying because she's making stories up on Goomba to defame his character.
From South Mountain. Is that true? Because he running around telling everybody that he's seen your dick. And you and I both watched that tape on several occasions, and you know that the branch was covering everything. So did you send him pictures of your penis?
This is the master class in manipulation. So I'm really surprised that Goomba is still entertaining this nonsense. I'm surprised he didn't go like, click. And this is why you cannot believe Jaguar, right? Because she doesn't show proof of anything. Everything is insinuating. No proof. But isn't it a shame, though, when you think about it, that someone with such a good voice can reduce themselves to nonsense? It does not make sense. So this tells me there's mental illness. Gotta be. Because anytime you got a voice like that, God give you a voice like that, and this is what you're doing with it, you're not even trying to sing. You're not even trying to promote your singing in any way. You sit around thinking of how you can hurt people, defame their character, and just scam and scheme and ask for money constantly. Send me $1. It doesn't make sense.
I did not.
Because the boy is saying he done seen your dick.
Once Goomba said, I did not. He should have left that right there. I did not show anybody my penis and hang up that phone, because remember, he's got a woman listening. And the further he allowed Jaguar to really dig into this nonsense that she's on and really defame his character, the more that woman is going to look at him sideways, because that's how women are. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Anytime another woman starts accusing you of homosexual activity, your woman is going to look at you like, I really got to watch him. I saw him looking at Leroy the other day, kind of sideways. I'm wondering now if that was a look of affection that he was giving Leroy. I got to watch that. I got to check that out. Next time Leroy comes around, I'm going to be looking at them more closely. You know, you got to think about all those things as a man. You do not sit on the phone with your ex-wife and allow her to defame you and say that you're gay, insinuate that you're gay, and you got your woman laying right next to you listening to all that crap. Now his woman's gay antenna is going to be up. She's going to be looking for any signs that he might be. Just might be. Maybe he got a little sugar in the tank. She's going to be looking for that flip of the wrist, for that smacking of the mouth. Any signs. If he sits and he don't open his legs and he crosses his legs, she's going to say, that's one sign. You know, you can't give your woman any pause to think that you were on the other side of the fence, that you're betting for the other team. So Goomba, I fault him right here. He should have hung that phone up. There's no reason in my mind why he should have still been talking to Jaguar. No reason. Maybe he's missing her a little bit. Maybe.
Okay, oh well, nigga.
What do you mean, oh well? You sitting over there talking with this clown, and he running around telling people that you gay on the low, that you on the down low.
Jackie, who gives a fuck? How about that?
I give a fuck. You're my husband.
No, you don't give no fuck about me. Look at you.
I care about you,
all
sweetheart.
these other niggas. Matter of fact, I bet you tell the truth like that. Listen to what the fuck I got to say. I hear what the fuck you got to say. Now listen.
Okay.
How about you tell everybody how you fuck?
Okay, that part was blotted out because Goomba called the guy's name. They did not want the guy's name to be aired, so his name was not disclosed.
Tell the truth, Jeff. This ain't the devil.
I didn't fuck.
You a fucking lie, bitch.
I didn't fuck.
Don't ever call me again.
Well, he said, don't ever call me again. And he knows Jaguar is going to try to call him again. But the question is he going to pick up? Well, she can call 1,000,000 times, so you don't have to pick up not once. So it's a matter of control. You're going to have her dictate to you if you're going to pick up and you got her blocked. That means you're not in control. So I hope the next time she calls, Goomba does not pick up, nor if she calls him to a third party like King Pain, that he does not entertain them and pick up. Because by picking up, she is really showing him that she's in control. You can block me, but I can still make you pick up the phone through somebody else. I'm still in control. That's the message she's sending him.
He's fucking Arab. He's fucking Arab. I'm not fucking him. He's fucking Arab.
I don't know if you guys got that. She is trying to convince him that she's not sleeping with the person he thinks she's sleeping with. And she's trying hard to convince him. That tells me she still cares. She still cares what he thinks. Like I said before, if she didn't care what he thinks, she would never put herself in that position to explain to him who she's sleeping with or not sleeping with. Because they're separated. She can sleep with whoever she wants to sleep with. Just like he's sleeping with Dominique/Nikki, she can do the same thing. She don't owe him any explanation, but she felt compelled to explain to him and to convince him that she's not sleeping with that person he thinks she's sleeping with. Which means that she's trying to tell him that she's still loyal. But that is the chicken coming home to roost, because all this time she's been trying to mess with his head by dropping these names of all these men, and now he believes that she was sleeping with one of them. And now she's trying to reverse that. Reversing it. She opened up Pandora's box by wanting him to get jealous by telling him she's been sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry. And now he believes it. He believes at least one of those people she's been sleeping with. And now she's trying to convince him otherwise. It's too late. The cat is already out of the hat.
Did he just hang up?
My. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Did he
Oh, no, I think he's on the phone. No, he's still on the phone.
I'm wondering what is he still doing on the phone. And Nikki's right there. His woman is right next to him. What is he still doing on the phone? He should have better things to do, like go hug up on his woman and tell her sweet nothing in her ears and give her some little hickeys on her neck. That's what he should be doing instead of messing with Jaguar right on her crazy self. Which tells me he's still vested, okay? He still cares. He still cares about Jaguar. He's not all the way out, okay? I won't be surprised if they get back together because both of them still care about each other. So I hope this is a lesson to anybody out there going through a similar situation of what to do and what not to do. This is not how you handle a breakup, okay? Definitely not.
I'm trying to warn him about the interview that's about to come out about me talking about the sex tape.
So she's got another bombshell for him. This sex tape that she was telling him that it's okay for him to release, that she's good with it being released, and she hopes that he would release it. That's what she said, because he's going to put money in his pocket. That's what she said on a different video. So pretty much this whole part of the video is kind of stupid because Goomba already said he don't care what that boy said about his dick, whether he saw it or not, because Goomba said it's not true. But Jaguar is going to prolong it, haul it out. She's going to milk it for all it's worth when she knows it's not true.
That's why I asked him, did you send it? And the second that I asked him about that, he clicked over.
He clicked over when he should have hung up. He is kind of like in pause. He should have hung that phone up. Who the hell wants to hear that mess? Jaguar is too lawless. She's vulgar. She has no sense of dignity. And her vulgarity, she wants him to wallow in. So he should have hung the phone up. So Jaguar commenced to making all kinds of allegations of Goomba having certain diseases. And this is what I say. If you dig a hole for someone, dig one for yourself. Because whatever disease Goomba have, Jaguar have. Because they were sleeping together on protected sex. Period. Point blank, period. So if she's accusing him of any STDs, she's got it too. So now, Jaguar is not done with Goomba. She wants Kingpin to call Goomba back. And of course, Kingpin is going to oblige because it's his show. He's got a viewing audience and he wants to make sure his audience is quite satisfied with the performance of Jaguar, the great actress.
Hang up and call him right back. Yeah.
Why are you playing the game, Kingpin? Why are you sit there conference calling this woman into here?
This woman?
So Goomba is asking Kingpin what kind of games he's playing, having this woman call him constantly instead of him not picking up. That's all he has to do. And I'm surprised his woman Nikki didn't say don't pick up the phone, don't answer the phone, because they got to put their heads together. If one person is not quick enough to know what they should do, the other person should be able to pull them by the shirt tail and say, listen, don't pick up. That woman wants to harass you all night.
Why?
Who is this woman?
I'm talking to Michael. I'm talking to Michael, not you. I'm talking to the person who fucking called me. So you can shut the fuck up. Anyway,
really?
like I said, Michael, I don't understand why you playing this game that this woman is utilizing you and using you on, bro. Why are you calling me, transferring the phone calls for her? That don't make sense. Ain't you a grown ass man?
Here's the thing that Goomba doesn't understand. Kingpin can call him 1,000,000 times per day with Jaguar's approval, but he don't have to pick up not one time.
No, not the second time. The second time I answered the phone is talking to you, bro. You know I'm calling you back for you to see to your motherfucking wife. Stop playing with me. Say, my nigga. Ain't nobody playing with me. And my name is the official Kingpin. Get my I don't give a fuck what the fuck your name is, nigga. Your nigga, your name is nigga to me, nigga. Get my motherfucker. Your name is nigga to me, nigga. Your name is you hear me? Bitch. Do you hear me? Michael Bragg. Michael fucking Bragg.
Why you always trying to dox somebody?
So Jaguar is seeing this fighting going on. She's going to play devil's advocate. And instead of squashing the beef and say, listen, I don't want no arguing, we know Jaguar is going to ham it up, okay? So now she's going to jump on Goomba, like if it's Goomba's fault that Kingpin is coming after him. But really, both of them are at fault for going after each other. Goomba asks him a question of why he keeps calling him to put his wife on the phone. And Kingpin says, my name is official Kingpin to you. And he said, no, you are N-word to me. And so they went back and forth. So both of them are acting like kids at this point. What Gerald should have done again is hang up the phone instead of he entertaining this foolishness. Because Gerald don't know when to hang up. So, of course, Jaguar knows this. She knows her husband is in for the shits and the giggles. So she's going to really push him to the brink. And unfortunately, his woman chimed in. And so Jaguar gave her a piece of her mind. Let's listen.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Did he hang up?
No, that hoe on the phone listening.
Did he not hear me tell? I'm trying to tell him what's coming. He don't want to listen.
Folks, this is a master manipulator at work. She knows that she's going to tell him about that arrest coming and Soular flying in to testify against him and to file charges and all that foolishness. And she convinced Soular to press charges because I don't think Soular would have done a thing because Soular said he needs help. He don't need to be spending no time in jail. But the Jaguar somehow convinced him. Allegedly. And now she says he's flying in to press charges and Goomba is going to go to jail. But guess what? If Goomba goes to jail, Jaguar is going to go right along with him as a co-conspirator.
To be arrested. Soular's pressing charges. I'm flying him out. And then I gotta go to Phoenix and make sure he get extradited. Like, I don't understand why he... See, this is what I...
Why he acting like, I owe him something, bitch. You was all over there with the ops. Like, go back over there with the ops.
Well, he can't because the ops are no longer available. And he done lied so fucking much, ain't nobody gonna believe shit he say.
There's an old saying, look at the pot calling the kettle black. She's saying that he lies so much. What about all the lies that she tells?
He just been lying and lying and lying. Honey, are you still on the phone?
Boy, that's sarcasm if I ever heard of anything sarcastic. Honey, are you still on the phone? Oh boy, she's coming in for the kill now.
Maybe he's calling the AIDS patient. He really know how to pick them, don't he?
Well, Jaguar, that's no way to get your man back. By saying, honey, did you eat? Honey, how's your stomach? Honey, you know you're going to be arrested. Honey, you know I'm going to file charges. You know I got Soular flying in. And he's going to file charges on you and you're going to go to jail, honey. Boy, she's honeying him up to an early grave. If he bothers with Jaguar, he's going to have a heart attack. He better stop talking to that woman. She's bent on doing him in. Allegedly.
He's really slow.
He don't got nobody to call. I keep telling people in our relationship he the dumb blonde.
And you know what I gotta say on that note? If he's the dumb blonde in the relationship, what does that say about you? Because you chose him.
Fucking dumb bitch finna throw his ass out again. Now he can't get no more cash yet. Did you know how rude he was to me?
Here again, lack of accountability. It's not what she said, it's him. How rude he was to her. Of course, she was doing the nice nasty. Oh, honey this and honey that. Honey, I'm going to put you in jail. Honey, Soular's flying in to file charges against you. And then you're going to the penitentiary, honey. Why won't you listen to me, honey? I mean, that's sick. That's really sick. That's something from a psycho movie.
Please leave your message for... I'm still blocked. I'm still blocked.
Why would he unblock her after that interaction? This is just fun and games for Jaguar at this point, okay? When she says, I'm still blocked. She knows she's still blocked. But she's playing coy, okay? So now with the guidance of King Pain, she's going to star 67 him. Because the last number that calls you, if you star 67 that number, it's an automatic ring straight to that number. So you don't have to know the number that's calling you. You star 67 and it rings, and that person would pick up for you if they don't have caller ID. So she star 67 him and he picked up. That's because he wants to continue this dialogue of this cuss fest. Because trust and believe, if I block you, I'm not going to pick up the phone if you ring just to tell you, don't call me. I'm just not going to pick up the phone, and eventually you're going to get the message. That's how that's going to go.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
You call me?
So she star 67 him. He picks up the phone. What's the first thing he asks her? Did you call me? Of course she called him. You picked up the phone, didn't you? Who else could have called you? All right? That's how much this does not make sense what both of them are doing. It's like a sideshow. It's like a Barnum and Bailey circus at this point. It's not even As the World Turns. It's the sideshow.
Gerald, there is a path to redemption here.
What part of I don't want you is this woman not understanding? This man have repeatedly told her, I don't want you, stop calling me. She's still calling and she's still saying there's a path to redemption. That means if he redeems himself and he goes through certain hurdles and obstacles that she is going to determine, that's what's going to determine if she's going to take him back. That means she still want him. But she want him under her thumb. She said she was once a dominatrix. And I believe it now that I see her in action. Before I was saying, oh, Jaguar is just making up stories. She loved to make stories up. She should have been a writer. You know, she would have had some bestsellers. But now that I see her in action, honey, she is doing what she do best. She is in control. She wants to be in control. And she's telling her husband, I'm still in control. You look at all the moves that she has made with that phone call. She's even said, call him back. When she made the initial call and told Kingpin to call Gerald, she knew he was going to pick up because she knows his pattern. She knows what's inside of his head, how vulnerable he is. And that's why he should have never picked up the call, because he's putting himself back in that same mode of being submissive. Because all the cussing he's doing and the carrying on and, oh, don't call me, I don't want you. But every time she puts that call to him, although he's got her blocked, he still picks up for her. That tells me she still have a level of control over him. Or I should say, she thinks she have a level of control over him.
You can admit you're wrong. You can go to jail, you can get help, and we can work on whether or not you'll be able to ever come home.
I wouldn't even touch that. I'm not even going to do a comment on that because that sounds very dominatrix to me.
You gotta get help. You gotta get help. You gotta get help. Solar is pressing charges against you, sweetheart, for assault. You're about to get locked up for assaulting him, and all of the evidence is online. You assaulted him online. It's online. gave him the right to press charges. He chose not to for me, and I told him he ain't gotta spare you no more.
And I told him he ain't gonna spare you no more. At this point, I think she was expecting Goomba to cry and say, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to you, Jackie. Please don't put me in jail. Please, please. I really think she wants him to beg for forgiveness and crawl back to her so she can continue to mistreat him. Because like I said before, she claimed she was a dominatrix, and that's what they do. They mistreat people.
I'm flying him out here so he can officially file charges. And once he files the charges, they're picking. DeSoto has no choice but to. DeSoto.
Boy, she knows how to get under Goomba's skin, doesn't she? He didn't have to pick up that call, but look at him ranting and raving because of what she told him. She knows how to get under his skin, and she's just sitting back and enjoying it and slowly digging it in. And oh, honey, you're about to get arrested. I'm flying Soular in. So you're flying this man in to get your husband arrested. I mean, the level of just demonic thoughts and actions, it's unparalleled.
He's in Phoenix. He's in Phoenix. He's in Phoenix. He's in Phoenix with his mother. Oh, Jesus. You know, you don't ever want to believe the truth. You don't ever want to believe the truth. I'm telling you, your chickens are coming. Your chickens are coming home to roost, honey. You're about to go to jail. The tarot cards.
So that's Nikki telling him to calm down. And I don't know why she just don't take the phone and hang it up. Because she has some level of say. And he listens to what she have to say. So she should have said, Goomba, hang up the phone. Your wife really wants to make you upset tonight. Hang the phone up.
Who has to calm down, you fucking goofy bitch? All you doing is using my husband for Cash App money. And guess what? Channel has been striked. Feel free to throw his ass out now. Y'all ain't getting no more fucking bread. Y'all ain't getting no more fucking bread. And he's got to go to jail. You ain't got no money, and neither do he. Y'all done ran through my money already. Y'all done ran through my money. He's about to go to jail.
Why you think he's about to go to jail? He's still good.
So I guess Nikki now has interjected herself once again, and now she and Jaguar are going at it. And this is what Jaguar wanted to begin with. She wanted Nikki to open her mouth so she can get a second chance to cuss her out.
To go to jail.
Yeah, you said that about the damn Arizona.
No, you don't. I don't think you understand. Soular is pressing charges. Soular is pressing. Solar is pressing charges.
Well, you should do it. Why you bothering us right now, dear? Do it.
Oh, yeah, let me let y'all have y'all last little moments together. Be nasty and dirty and trifling. Y'all nasty, stanky mother sitting over there having drugged up sex and trifling and shit, bitch. He going to jail. He going to jail. He's going to jail.
Be all over the internet.
That's fine. That shit is funny as.
And you nasty as.
That shit is. I was my husband. I'm my husband. Now, see, we're married. You, on the other hand, ain't nothing but a ran through daddy dick loving hoe. Yes, I was sucking my husband's dick. Yes, I was sucking my husband's dick.
There's no morality anymore. I'm telling you. You hear women saying all kinds of stuff on these YouTube streets. I mean, they talk about some of the most vile things and behaviors. Now, giving fellatio is supposed to be something behind closed doors, right? When you are doing the act, you're not supposed to be on YouTube streets yelling and screaming how you were doing it. But Jaguar seems as if she is so proud that She was giving fellatio to her husband in the woods, giving new meaning to back to nature, okay, with the bunnies around them, the grass, all the tall trees. And then she opened her mouth earlier and said, this man have an STD or STDs. Well, guess what, my dear? You giving fellatio on a dirty dick? I hate to be that blunt, but in this case, I got to be blunt. She is a dick sucking, dirty dick sucking, snake oil woman. So if you see her lips breaking out in blisters, know where she got it from, because she says her husband got STDs. And if you're going to be in the woods sucking on a dirty dick, then you deserve to get whatever it is you're going to get. Allegedly.
My husband.
Let's start starting that. Anyways.
But thank you for admitting. Thank you for wait a second, honey. You leaked the tape, right? That's revenge porn. That's revenge porn. Now the both of y'all going to jail because she's your co-conspirator. You go to jail, bitch. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
So that's why I told you don't do that. Like, so anyways, like,
you going to jail.
Bitch, what the
You're going to jail. And guess what? Now you'll be able to lick your dick and lick your cum for all the Mexicans that's going to be you. You going to buy the Mexicans. Now, did you just hear that dumb bitch just say that they leaked my tape?
I heard her say it's going to be all over the internet.
That's what she said. So basically, let's get this straight. The two of them were in collusion on a phone that I paid for, on a bill that I paid for. And they colluded to release a private, intimate moment all over line. That's revenge porn. Well, that's revenge. It was in his phone. So she been going through his phone. I'm sure she's seen the shit. But this is what's funny. This is what's funny. They just admitted to a revenge porn conspiracy and plot, and that's a fucking federal crime.
I told you they not all there.
And guess what, babe? Guess what, friend?
What?
I got all of that on tape. Where do you want me to email this to?
Got
it.
Well, this is the end of one chapter. And the next chapter will start because Jaguar said she's going to be supporting Soular when he files charges. She says she's flying him in. So that's a support for Soular in his filing charges against Goomba. And then she's going to go down to Arizona and she is going to make sure he goes to jail. So she says. So we'll see. That's the next chapter. But let me tell you guys again, for all those of you out there who like revenge, when you dig a hole for someone, you dig one for yourself. Because you might end up falling in the hole first. Or you might end up being buried first. This is what's going to happen to Jaguar. Her karma is going to come around. And the hole that she's digging for Goomba, we are going to see how it's going to play out. It's not going to be good for your girl. I already know this. She's not going to end up good in this. YouTubers, I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.